Pancasila.
Welcome everyone. Today we're going to tell you the story of Morbificus, which is a story about bullying, revenge, and a mysterious poisonous plant. As you sit back and enjoy the show, remember to keep an eye out for how the principles of Pancasila and Banjar are used in the story and how they help to create a powerful message about humanity and equality. Yes, and together we'll help you understand the powerful message of the story through this amazing animation. We hope you enjoy! In a kingdom in Kalimantan Selatan, Banjarmasin, there lived a young princess named Melati. She had messy short hair, dark brown eyes, and a kind and gentle smile. She is often known to be clumsy, awkward, and a bit careless. In the royal palace, she lives with her father, King Saman, and her little brother. However, her mother has died since she was young. Her mother was passionate about many things, especially nature, and she passed down all her knowledge about nature to Melati. And until now, Melati has inherited her mother's passion for nature. Her mother loved nature so much that she even named her first daughter after her favorite flowers, Melati. King Saman plans an arranged marriage between Melati and one of her childhood friends, Adin. Adin also has a sister named Ratna, and the three of them will meet together at the dinner party tonight. As the dinner party starts, they were served traditional dishes from Kalimantan Selatan, including soto banjar, bingkai, and many more. Throughout the dinner party, Ratna made several remarks regarding Melati, which are along the lines of, "Can you guys believe that Melati showed up wearing that? Who chose your outfit? It looks like a child did." And, "Did you guys know that Melati is a loser who talks to plants?" That night after the dinner party, Melati and her father had a huge argument. She argued on how she doesn't want to get married to Adin because of how bitter his sister has become. She was so angry that night that she threw the nearest object that she saw across the room. She ends up breaking the picture frame that contains the only photo that she has left of her mother. Small shards of glass entered through the sole of her foot and the palms of her hand. Her foot and fingers were throbbing from the bleeding, but she couldn't care less about her bleeding. She was so upset that she didn't seem to notice her wounds. She threw herself on the bed and cried herself to sleep while hugging the broken picture frame, holding it close to her chest. The next day, Adin visited, and Ratna tagged along. Adin noticed the scratches on her hand and she explained everything to him, and after that he helped bandage her wounds. Adin then insisted to buy her a new picture frame. As they searched for a picture frame, Melati found one that stuck out to her. It was made from wood and there were carved flowers, which really reminded her of her mother. "Did you pick the ugliest frame you can find on purpose? It matches the rest of the decor in your house," Ratna commented. After everything, they decided to spend the rest of the afternoon at home. At home, they drank tea made from tea leaves that Melati grew herself. "You know, this isn't half as bad. Since you're so good at making tea, maybe you should be a maid instead and make me tea," Ratna commented again. "Okay, you know what? I should stop. I'm sorry, I don't know what has gotten into me these past few days. Here, have this cookie as an apology." Aydin then tries to shift the conversation and invites Melati to a stroll in the garden. As they continue to talk, Melati started to bring up a certain topic. "Don't you think Ratna has been a little rude these days?" "Honestly, yeah, but I think she's been like this because she doesn't want me getting married to you." Suddenly, Melati feels her skin turn red into a rash. Little does she know, Ratna purposefully put in nuts since Melati was severely allergic to them, and so that she could ruin her afternoon with him. Fast forward to when Melati's allergy settled down, they decided to watch the wayang performance. She keeps mentioning that Melati looks as ugly as one of the puppets in the show, but Melati tried her best to keep calm. She was angry that Melati seemed composed. "Ugh, you don't deserve to be with my brother. You're not even that pretty and you're so clumsy." Ratna proceeded to spill the tea to Melati's head and she rips the only picture Melati has with her mother. Angry, Melati decided to put the Bornbificus plant in Ratna's food. However, her actions were blamed towards a servant who gave Ratna her food, so Melati ended up admitting her wrongdoings. In the end, they apologized and made up. "You know, Ratna, as Indonesian people, we must not forget about our ideologies. We still need to learn how to apply the principles of Pancasila, especially the second principle, since it can help create a more peaceful and just society for all Indonesians, and it is important for everyone to act with equality and humanity." Yeah, and we also shouldn't forget about our cultural beliefs, especially lamun tanah banyu kahade dilancai urang, jangan cakut papadaan, which means if your homeland doesn't want to be colonized by people, don't fight between us. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. Bye!
Hello everyone!
Today, in this video, I am going to deliver the story I wrote titled The Meaning of Peace. Now, let's start. This story begins with a teenager named Tama. Tama is just an ordinary guy, just like his other friends, except that he's not allowed to venture outside aside from school or his friends, Owen and Radit's house. The reason behind it is because Tari, Tama's mother, had a past trauma of his husband that went missing when he's venturing outside the town and his body could never be found. Tama understands his mother's purpose of not allowing him to go too far away, but getting too cooped up in the house made him stressed eventually. Not just getting stressed because of getting cooped up in the house, but he also gets bullied at school and gets called as Mama's boy because of that matter. But one day, Radit, one of Tama's friends, had enough of the people bullying Tama. He then decided to contact the police anonymously and threaten them to start a brawl. After he initiates the brawl, he invites Owen, Tama's other friend, and his friend too, to fight the bullies together. But just as they're waiting at the decided place, Tama caught them and stopped them from starting the brawl. Tama then scolds the two of them and tells them the consequences of their actions. Then a random memory of them when they're all kids appeared in their thoughts. They remembered back then when they're fighting and Tama's mother came up to them, scolding them like Tama just did now to Owen and Radit. The sentence lamun tanah banyu kahada dilincai urang, jangan bacakut papadaan is now stuck to their head. They all remembered that one culture of the South Kalimantan citizens that has a form of a short motto. It means, if you don't want our homeland to be colonized by people, let there be no quarrels between us. In the end, Radit and Owen then agreed to go back home before the bullies arrived and start the real fight. That motto Tama's mother told them really has a big impact for them because she's their role model, especially for Tama himself. A few weeks later, Tama still gets bullied by the gang, but each week their action would lessen since Tama doesn't show any care to them and their shenanigans. Then, just another few weeks later, the bullies stopped bullying him and just decided to let him and his friends go. The bullies stopped bullying him and just decided to let him and his friends go. With that, Tama finally got his freedom again. And then he also succeeded in convincing his mom to let him venture a little bit far away from home, but not entirely out of town. And it's all thanks to his friends too. In the conflict written in his story, we can divine that it violates the law of the second sila of Pancasila, since brawl and fight is a conflict that doesn't resemble a fair and civilized humanity. The reason is because to be a fair and civilized human, we should fix our problems by communicating it out with the people involved with a good manner and attitude so that we can create peace instead of chaos. Just like what I wrote in the story, Tama decides to talk it out with Radit and Owen, which results in them having a nostalgic memory of the culture of their own province that is delivered through Tama's mother. With that, they all then agreed to not take things further and stop the bad plan. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for listening and I hope you enjoy.
Hello there, my name is Reski Dayan Yamada. I was born in Jakarta and I'm half Makassar and half Japanese. I moved to Makassar for my new high school and I will be moving in with my aunt and uncle who could be much sometimes, but they are just traditional. In the plane, I wonder why it seems so strange to move and what will my life be in Makassar. When I arrived in Makassar, my aunt and uncle greet me and they ask me, have I eaten yet? And they hurry to their house and gave me a lot of food. The food was delicious, starting from conro, barongko, pisang epe, and also my favorite, mititi. And this is what Makassar believe. When they see a guest, they give them a lot of food. The next day, I woke up very early and my aunt make us choto gagak. Choto is a kind of soup and Gagak is crows, so we are eating crows. It was so good. When I was eating, my uncle went to work early because Makassar have a strong dedication for work. Then I walked to school. Then I walked to school, and when I was walking to school, I saw a cute orange cat, so I took a picture and for my photo collage. That's a nice picture, a female voice says. It turned out it's Reva Adel Putri, is my new classmate, and she was really gorgeous. I fluttered, blushing, and said thank you, wondering why I flushed, and it might make her think I was weird. She introduced herself, and she asked me, "What is my name?" I asked Reski nervously. Then we chatted about Makassar and our neighbor. Turns out she's from Bandung. We chatted until we arrived school. The school was large and had a wide variety of students. It was loud and a weird feeling. Every class joined in a morning advisory, and we were split into groups. We were required to interact, but I don't really like interacting with other people. I just wanted to go home. Hey, but at least there was Adele, a person that I was familiar with. In my group, there was Jason. Rumor said that Jason's reputation was intimidating other people and bullying people. And last year, 5 people were scared of Jason and left the school. He avoided suspension because he have his daddy money. Then there was a kid named Nopal and asked Jason why was late. And then Jason said, "None of your business," while punching Nopal in the face, and he broke Nopal glasses. We told to the teachers about Jason, and he was dragged to the principal office. We hurried and went to Nopal, and turns out that Nopal have already went to home and rested. Jason got a 1 week suspension, and the next week, Jason came to Resky and he tried to punch, but Resky dodges. Jason cried like a little kitten. Afterward, he hurried to beat Resky with his friends. Adele screamed and cried because of she was terrified that Resky would be injured. Luckily, there was a PE teacher who stopped the commission before it escalated into a fist fight. Jason didn't get any warning, and his bullying have been a month now. Jason keep saying Resky a Makassar slop and Adele a Teteh Bandung and calling them with a racial slur and racist comment through Resky and Adele. The next day go by and Adele and Resky was eating Coto Makassar and Jason make a racial comment again. Then Jason stole Resky camera and tried to broke it, and Adele took the camera and Jason accidentally stomped Adele in the face. Resky hold Adele and hurried to the clinic, and the nurse informed Mr. Agus of all the what happened. I said to Adele, why did you do that? You should be more concerned about yourself than the camera." When the nurse called Mr. Agus while Adele held my hands, she said, "I know the camera is very special for you because it full with a lot of memory." Then she continued, "I want to tell you something. Please don't fight Jason. I'm scared your safety." I responded, "But Jason like to use his fist whenever he bullied you. Why would you concern about me?" Adele said, "I like you, Resky. From the moment we met, I like you. I'm afraid I will lose you. My brother died because he was protecting me." Then Resky hugged Adele and said, "I like you too." And then Mr. Agus came and asked, "Let's do a parent teacher, principal, and the student meeting for Jason behavior. He will bring every people who have been bullied by Jason, the victim." Then Mr. Agus said to the principal and telling them what happened about Jason.
Morning, Stella.
Good morning, Alea. Good morning, class. Today I'm going to teach about the values of Pancasila. Open page 49 on your textbooks. The second principle of Pancasila explains that we need to show good behavior and respect others. Okay, class dismissed. Hey, Stella. Hi, Alea. Are you blind? Pay attention next time. I'm so sorry. Whatever. This must be from Kalian. I'll just throw it away. Not funny, Kalian. What is your problem? Stop interrupting my class. Alea and Kalian, get out of my class. We're missing class because of you. Anything you want to say for yourself? How's any of this my fault? You were the one interrupting Mr. Hasanuddin. You've literally been annoying me for the past week. Alright, I'm getting tired of this. Oh no, you're not running away from this. What is going on? First the argument, now this? Come with me, let's do a problem solving. Can anyone explain what had happened? You guys fighting is not only harming one another, but you guys are also violating the second principle of Pancasila. Anything you want to say? I'm sorry for picking on you, Alea, and I'm sorry for snapping at you like that. Good. From now on, I want you guys to apply Siti Naja. Huh? What's that? Oh, I know. It's a cultural value from our culture. Right. It teaches us to not violate others' rights, especially to be free from any type of violence. Oh well, I have to go. Please be nicer to each other. Let me help you. Thank you.
Abdul Rahmat comes from the Bugis tribe and has Bugis roots from his family. He wakes up from his bed and he goes downstairs to his room, mom and dad, and greets them, "Hello, Indo Sibawa Ambo." Both parents make sop saudara with the steaming smoke in the room, the scent of lemongrass, and the luscious taste of cooked beef. Abdul finishes his meal and gets ready for school, and he goes to the bathroom, showers, and gets dressed with his school uniform. He gets ready and says goodbye to his parents and goes to school. Walking down through the brown soil sand, the smell of wet sand, for their ship to sail some more inland. Abdul hears the sound of cheering kids. He knows he is getting closer to the school. He then arrives at the school and is greeted with his friend Aditya Wijaya. He is from the Toraja tribe, but even with his different relations, he still respects his longtime friend. Aditya greets his friend Abdul, and Abdul greets him back. They both walk around the school, students running around, and teachers not letting the students have fun. Before the pair go to their classroom, they are stopped by a particular student. His name is Farhan Agus. He comes from the same tribe as Aditya, the Toraja tribe. Farhan insults Abdul because he thinks that the Toraja tribe is better than the Bugis tribe and has more history. Toraja has more history than you puny dumb Bugis people, said Farhan. Abdul felt hatred and wanted to weep. Many students watching from the crowds were laughing at Abdul. Aditya felt disgusted by the words Farhan said. Overwhelmed by the crowds of students, not knowing what to do next, Abdul was ready to give up. But Aditya finally confronted Farhan. Hey Farhan, you know insulting other people leads to breaking the second principle of Pancasila, right? The crowds go silent. Aditya is shocked. And you know that every person from the Toraja tribe must abide Taro Ada Taro Gau, right? Said Aditya. Farhan is dumbfounded. Then why don't you do it? Said Aditya. Farhan breaks and apologizes to both of them, and the crowds of students start clearing. Aditya helps Abdul stand up and thanks Aditya for helping him and confronting Farhan. He also asks what is Taro Ada Taro Gau is and why do Toraja people need to follow it. Aditya explains that Taro Ada Taro Gau is a way of respecting other people even with differences, and the people from the Toraja tribe must follow Taro Ada Taro Gau every day. Oh, so that's why you're my friend, because you respect me, said Abdul. Aditya confirms, and the pair get interrupted by the school bell, and the two get ready to head over to their class.
Hello, everybody. Today I will be presenting a video about Pancasila kedua, which is kemanusiaan yang adil dan beradab. This story is about two boys named Adi and Martin. Every day, Adi would bully Martin. Now let's see the video. Every single day, Adi would bully Martin for absolutely no reason at all. But one day, while Adi was bullying Martin, a teacher named Sulaiman saw the incident. But he decided to ignore it at first so that he would see if the problem would escalate. Later in class, Adi was bullying Martin again, so Sulaiman told him to stop. But in the hallway after class, Adi punched Martin in the face. So Sulaiman got mad at Adi. The next day, Adi was bullying Martin again. So Sulaiman recorded the incident. After school, Sulaiman sent the footage to a school administrator and called him. While calling with the school administrator, the school administrator said that he would contact the parents of Adi and Martin so that they could investigate the situation further. So after the call, the school administrator called Adi's mom. So Adi's mom was also surprised that her son was bullying another kid. So Adi's mom told the school administrator that she would talk to Adi about this. So then the school administrator called Martin's dad. So and the school administrator basically said the same thing. And Martin's dad said that he would talk to Martin about this. Later, Martin's dad started to talk to Adi about this. And Adi's mom would talk to Adi about this. And after this, Adi realized that bullying is bad and he should not do it. The next day at school, Adi and Martin learn about the motto of Banjar, which is Kayu Bye. And after that, Adi and Martin become friends. The end. Okay, so the moral of the story is that we should work together and we shouldn't hate each other or bully each other. Okay. Thank you for listening to my video presentation.
Ew, is she new?
I think she's the new kid. Totally. I think we should target her.
Oh my god, totally. But what should we do? She's brand new and she looks very poor.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. We should target her because she's poor and she looks so weird with that red-blue hair. What is that? And besides, she lives in the villages anyway, and that's the most disgusting place on earth.
Oh my gosh, so true. Let's bug her at the cafeteria later. And no worries, we're just going to say hi. And let's see if she replies or not. Oh my god, there she is! I think we should go say hi.
Let's go.
Hey kid, where are you from? Don't stay quiet. Answer me.
Yeah, out there, you little kid.
Are you messing with us? Wow, still no answer. Ouch, it hurts.
Well, it's going to hurt more later.
Whoa! Ouch! Why did you push me?
Finally, you talked. Because we want to, duh.
Yeah, and you also didn't reply to our hello, so this is revenge. Oh my god, is that your bag? Nobita, take it.
Alright, I got it.
Hey, it's my bag, give it back. Nuh-uh, until we see what's inside. Nobita, open it.
Alright, chill, wait. A stupid yellow-red lunchbox. A stupid purple book.
What else?
Oh my gosh, I think I heard the teacher coming. We should go.
What are you doing? Are you bullying her? Oh my god, this already happened a lot of times. Go to the principal's office now. What were you guys thinking? She's just a new student and you're already torturing her? What is wrong with you guys? Apologize to her now.
Fine, we're sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Good. From now, you have to respect her.
Alright, geez, fine, we're sorry. It feels so wrong about yesterday. Yesterday, it was supposed to be her that was apologizing. She's just so skinny, she's weak, she's poor. She's supposed to obey us. Am I right?
Yeah, you're totally right. She's supposed to apologize.
I want nothing more than revenge.
Are you sure? Because we just almost got kicked out from the school because of us bullying her. What do you want to do now?
You just have to follow my lead. Oh wait, there she is. Hurry up. Threaten to punch her.
What?
You heard me. Now go. Hey, what are you doing? You look so weird. Will you apologize to us right now or he will punch you right on the face?
Apologize for what? You hurt me yesterday. You're supposed to apologize.
How dare you speak to me like that? Nobita, ready to punch her.
Alright, ma'am, whatever you say.
Stop. What are you doing? I already told you guys to stop bullying her. She's just a new kid. And also, you guys are not following the school rules. You know, the school rule tells us to be disciplined, to respect other people. You disobeyed the school rule and disobeying the Indonesian Pancasila rule by bullying her. Bullying her breaks the Pancasila rule number 2, you know. It's called Pancasila. This is not good for her. And this is also not helping the Indonesian rules. We have to follow all of them.
We also have to follow the school rules, you know. We also have to do the Makassar Budaya, which is the culture of uplili. You have to do it. All of us do. We have to help each other. I will give you a punishment to clean the whole school for an entire year.
Fine. We're so sorry, Tulip. We won't do it again.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry, Tulip.
It's okay, just don't do it again.
Pretty little mistakes. It was a pretty sunny day today. It's like a normal day in Banjar, but it wasn't. Not for me, at least. I have to skip school to attend a trial. My lawyer talking already feels like I'm at school anyways. It was 8:30 a.m., and it felt like I'd been here for ages. The judges finally walked in, opening the trial for all of us. We all stood up, introducing each other. One by one, the judge looked at me with a stern look. This was my cue to introduce myself. Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Dewi Sharifa, and I am the plaintiff of this trial. As I finished, my lawyer stood up and introduced himself. Your Honor, members of the jury, my name is Adhyajara Hartono, representing the prosecution in this case. The jury glared at him. Your Honor, members of the jury, my name is Bungalabang, and I am the defendant of this trial. His lawyer continued. Your Honor, members of the jury, my name is Agung Gunawan, representing the defendant in this case. He was a famous lawyer. I always looked up to him, but realizing he's going against me made my heart race. A pinch of disappointment, but I'm not really surprised, knowing Bungo has a very bright background with rich parents. The judge asked my lawyer to support his arguments. I was still thinking to myself, why do we need a court when the proof is right in front of our faces? I could hear my lawyer murmuring something about CCTV footage, but the judge dismissed it before we could open it. As his lawyer talked, the judge turned to my lawyer to ask for a detailed story, which my lawyer stated in great detail. It was 7:30 a.m. Sharifa was running late, later than usual. She decided to take a quick route to school, passing through an alleyway. She found Bungo. This is where the judge stopped my lawyer. He asked me, Is it true, Sharifa? Yes, Your Honor, I answered. My lawyer asked me again, What did you felt at that time? I replied, I was pretty relieved that a of mine was late too. What happened after you saw him? My lawyer asked again. I was quite scared to let it out, but because it's a courtroom, I needed all odds in my favor. I told the judge how I felt harassed, manipulated, and taken advantage of. I glanced at him, thinking he would feel a sense of guilt or pity, but as I focused more on him, he is still trying so hard to maintain his innocence. His lawyer's fighting too hard, even my lawyer can't catch up. The days progress. It's been 2 days now. My lawyer has taken some videos of it. My lawyer showed it to the courtroom. Even after the CCTV footage, he still won't admit it. And his lawyer keeps fighting and fighting. Even I felt burned out. I was kind of, well, disappointed in him. Bungo, a friend I trusted and whom I admired for a long time. Your charming looks and personality took the best of me, but I've come to realize I am unable to win this court if I can't make you realize your mistakes. I felt disappointed that you did not give in, as you always tell me when I'm down to never give in. I think this is one of the times it won't work for you. I felt mistreated, played, and used not as a human, but as an object. Bila wani menimbay, lunta wani tu manajuni. My mom always says, if you're brave to do something, you have to be brave enough to face the consequences. So, I hope you're able to understand what I'm feeling and get a sense of humanity.
I didn't even realize it. Everyone was staring at me in pity, but I couldn't care less about how they felt. I want to change Bungo to become a better person. Bungo stood up and he let out a sigh and proceeded to say, Your Honor, I pled guilty. I am so sorry for having this trial go on for days, knowing I have been wrong all along, and I will accept any form of punishment you will give me. I can see his face trying to hold back tears, but I felt good. I am able to change him. The judge made the final decision, which is 15 years in prison. I'm happy for him. Ever since he went to prison, apparently he did a lot of good stuff, and I'm glad I'm able to change him. I'm happy for him. Ever since he went to prison, apparently he did a lot of good stuff, and I'm glad I'm able to change him. I'm happy for him. Ever since he went to prison, apparently he did a lot of good stuff, and thank you for watching this video. As we can see, this problem does not go with nilai Pancasila number 2 because she was treated as an item rather than an actual human being. And the story progresses as we apply Banjar's nilai budaya, which is if you've done something, you have to face the consequences with it. Thank you for listening to my video.